loops and iteration. Let us look at the small examples where you have a person's income and expenses data across the 5 months in the form of a list, and you want to complete his saving across these 5 months. You may be thinking to do this manually by taking the first elements from the two lists and subtracting them, then again taking the second element and subtracting them, and so on. This may look simple, but let's say it is across 10 to 20 years, would you do the same time? This is where the concept of iteration comes in handy. As you are repeating the same operation multiple times, with this in mind, let's learn more about this particular thing. Okay. So what you have to do by now, you have to use the for loop for this particular statement. So how we can use this for loop? Let's suppose that we have a for loop, and we are iterating it with the val from a sequence. So suppose that we have some sequence, and after that we have to put the statement inside it. Statement. Okay. So this is the simple for loop you have to use to iterate such type of things. So a few things to note in this syntax. First one is a sequence. You can see SEQ represent a sequence. It can be a list, a tuple, or a string. To put it simply, it can be any iteratable object. And the second point is that in is an operator, which, as you may recall, is a membership operator that helps to check for the presence of elements in a sequence. But what role is in operator playing here? When you say for val in sequence, it means that for a value in sequence, it executes the set of statements under for block once and reduce to the again, and then shift the position to the next value. Let's say you are at the last element in the sequence. Here the block executes, and now when it again goes to for val in sequence, there are no more elements, and hence val in sequence return a false and stop the execution. Now that you have learned about for statement, can you answer our initial questions for calculating saving using a person income and expense data? Let us try this out. Okay, so what you have to do right here, let's suppose that we want to create two lists. Let's suppose that I am creating one list with a variable. uh, what I am doing right here, I am creating this list L1. Okay, so the L1 list contain the elements. Let's suppose that 10, 20, 30, then let's take 24, then you can take 18. Okay, so these are the elements in thousand for L1, and we are taking the second list, that is L2, and we are placing the element inside this list as 8, then 14, 15, or you can take 16, 20, or you can take any other 29 also, then 10. All these are in thousands. Okay, so but we doing manually in subtracting the first element of each list and then the second element and so on. So how you have to perform this operation? Uh, this is a list and you cannot directly subtract these elements from this list. So what you have to do right here, yes, so you have to find the index value of these list elements and then you have to find out the subtraction. So since you need these indexes, so let's create a dummy array of 5 elements representing the index positions. So what should be the dummy array? That is, let's suppose that this is L3 and we know that the values which we have stored in a list start from the index value 0, then 1, 2, 3, and 4. So right here 1 start from 8 start from 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So these are the 4 values right here. Now what you have to do after that, you have to apply the same for loop. So for I in what is the index value right here? Index value is L3. So I'm taking this L3 and then inside this, what we have to perform? We have to perform the subtraction. So what is the subtraction right here? L3, okay? So L3 of the first element, which is the I, okay? So what you have to do right here, you have to perform the subtraction L1 and same thing you have to do right here, place the index value of I and where is the index value of I, that is 0 and again the list 2 and same thing you have to do right here, put the index value of this I and execute this. So you can see right here in some cases we have used the small letter. So you will see the output right now. So what is the output right here? You will see in this L3. Okay. So how you will get? Hence, you are updating the element of L3 in each iteration. Now think about whether you can use the same approach for the list with 1000 element